In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best center cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 35 to 40-ish of the best center cards currently in My Team. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below what centers are you guys rocking on your squad, and of course, let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the newest center card in the game in Dark Matter Artist Gilmore, he's one of the best centers to drop. Honestly, he is a very good option at the center position. 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan. His player model, his defense is going to be absolutely elite. 99 block, 99 interior defense, 94 perimeter, 85 steal. Really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's got great inside finishing stats. You know, not the greatest speed in this world, not the highest vertical, but it's not bad, especially if you run a coach that gives +5 speed. He's going to be up to 91 speed, and then you also have a little bit of a low 3-point rating at a 77, but it's not a bad jump shot. It's a very greenable release. He's also got Pro 2 fade. Artist Gilmore is not an S tier center. He's not a top 5, ish center in this game, but I do think he is definitely a top 10 center. Talking about Dark Matter Hakeem, I feel like at this stage of the game, he's good, but he's not incredible. I'm gonna go like C tier for Dark Matter Hakeem. He is really good, 100%. He's still a great card, but I do think there's quite a bit of better centers in my personal opinion. Dark Matter DeAndre Ayton, I think I might go B tier. I don't know. I feel like DeAndre Ayton could be A. He is a great center card. I mean, he was in the Summer Festival. He's in the exchanges as of right now, and he's a good center card. 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. He's a great option at the center position. I like the speed on this card, 92 speed, 90 agility, good defender, good Hall of Fame defensive badges, has a decent jump shot. This is a good card. I just feel like there's going to be better centers in my personal opinion, and B tier is still a really good card in this game, but is he on the same level as 100 overall Shaq or Dark Matter Artist Gilmore at the center position? I'm going to say most likely not, and I feel like people might put the Shaq card in S tier, but I would say he's more of a power forward. He's still a very good center card. If you want to run the Shaq at center, you can 100% do so. He's still 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan as one of the best player models in this game. I just know a lot of people run this Shaq card at power forward, and I do think I only want to have about top 5, top 6-ish cards in the S tier category, and we do have Invincible Shaq to talk about as well later, obviously, in the tier list. Now, our first surefire S tier card is going to be Go Kareem. I mean, Go Kareem is either the best or the second best center in this entire game. We're talking about the first Go card that's, actually first available in this game besides Jason Tatum, who is the Dark Matter rep reward. But we're talking about Go Kareem here, who's 7'2", can play center power forward, 7'5" wingspan, has all 40 legend badges, which is absolutely insane. I mean, the legend badges, they do make quite a big of a difference, especially when not every card has legend badges. Like, only Invincibles are the only cards that have legend badges right now. And even the, 100 overalls, like, sure, people give them, legend badges, and people give Dark Matter legend badges, but not everybody has legend badges on all of their cards. So to have 40 on one single card is crazy. His jump shot, I know some people don't like. It's the same jump shot that LeBron has. I still feel like it's a good jump shot. Pro 2 fade, best dribble sigs in this game, best motion style. I mean, it's a GOAT card. He's obviously going in the S tier category. Talking about the next center in Mark Eden, I would say, like, at the center position, even though it's going to sound crazy, I feel like Mark Eden is a better center card than 100 overall Shaq. Now, if you wanted to run Shaq at center, his Invincible might be on the same level, and no, not the same level. His center, his Invincible card is definitely better than Mark Eden, even at the center position. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe you could throw Shaq in S tier as well, but I feel like because of the size with Mark Eden, he's 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan. He does have really, really good defensive stats, and he plays amazing defense, even more than Shaq. I'm going to go Mark Eden in S, and I'm going to go 100 overall Shaq in A tier for now at the center position. Galaxy Opal Wemby, again, another really close debate. I feel like at the center position, he does have his Invincible card that we'll talk about, so maybe we go high A tier for his Galaxy Opal. I don't know, like, I feel like I might take him over Mark Eden, so maybe do we drop all of them down into the A tier category? Let's do that for now, just to see, because I forget that there is Invincible Wemby, Invincible Shaq still to come. These are really good center cards. I mean, Mark Eden's a giant, like I said. Wemby's another 7'4" center with a 7'8" wingspan. His jump shot is uncontestable, really, really good. I mean, I don't know, like, I'd probably take Wemby over Mark Eden. And then Shaq is such an interesting card at the center position, because I view this 100 overall Shaq as more of a power forward, but he can still be an absolute beast at the center position. Talking about 100 overall Chet, I still feel like you have to go either like low A to high B. He's a really good defensive card in this game. Again, another card that I'd probably play at power forward over center, but if you have to run this card at the center position, he is really good because of his defense and does have a nice jump shot. Now, Dark Matter Dikembe, he's the first card that I will pretty comfortably say is probably the best card here in A tier and is the best, next best center card other than Kareem in the S tier category. Like, I would take Dikembe over Wemby as a center. I would take Dikembe over Mark Eden as a center. I would take him over Shaq, over Artis Gilmore, and over Chet. And I do think Dikembe is a top 5 center. I mean, he is just ridiculously good. I know he might be maybe not overpriced, but he is really expensive. But I do think you get what you pay for when it comes to this Dark Matter Dikembe. He is insanely good. 7'2", can play center power forward, 7'7" wingspan. His stats are damn near perfect besides the playmaking stats. His jump shot is really, really good. And his SIGs are not that bad. I mean, this Dikembe card, he has such a wide player build, such a good player build. 99 interior defense, 99 block. His speed is really nice. His strength is really good. His agility is good. Everything about this Dikembe is top tier at the center position. Joel Embiid on the same tier as Hakeem. I mean, again, these cards are a little bit outdated to at this point in the game, but they're still very good center options. Again, both these cards I feel like are better power forwards, but they can still be decent center options at this time in the game. Now, Dark Matter Brad Miller, I would say, is probably in B tier. Another card that I'd most likely play at the power forward position over the center position, but I do still think he's a decent center card. Because of his SIGs, he can run as like a small ball center where he has good dribble SIGs. So if you match up against a slower center or not that good of a center on the perimeter, you can really attack them with Brad Miller because he does have great dribble SIGs. Now, Galaxy Opal Ron Cycli and also Galaxy Opal Vlade Divac at this stage of the game compared to the best center cards tier list. Again, these are all of the best centers in this game. They might be decent options for like newer players and people that don't have a lot of MT to spend, but realistically, I do think they're going to be in that D tier category. 100 overall Dwight Howard, another card that I would say is most likely a power forward over a center because he's only 6'10", but Dwight is still an elite level defensive card. That's the thing about Dwight, is he can probably play center even though he's 6'10", because he does have a 7'4" wingspan. I mean, he weighs 265 pounds and has one of the widest and biggest player models in this entire game. He's going to have 99 every single defensive stat. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge, and they actually gave this card really, really good dribble SIGs, Darius Garland dribble style, Steve Francis size up, and the Kemba escape. That is invincible level SIGs where his movement is going to be moving like an invincible card. Pro 2 fade is nice to have. Yes, his jump shot is really bad, but if you know how to use this card properly, I mean, he can maybe even be A tier, but I think because of his size, he's going to be in that B tier category. Now, 100 overall Yao Ming and Invincible Shaq are pretty surefire S tier center cards. Again, Shaq is more of a power forward in my personal opinion, just because I feel like that's where most people would play this card. And you could maybe say that about Dikembe. Maybe a lot of people with top teams would play Dikembe at power forward over center, but I do think Invincible Shaq, 100 overall Wemby, or sorry, 100 overall Yao, I should say. I don't know why I said Wemby, but 100 overall Yao, Invincible Shaq are two of the best cards in this entire game, and definitely two of the best centers in my team. Talking about 100 overall Boogie, this is where I feel like he's another B tier center card, another power forward in my opinion that could potentially play the center position at a decent level. 6'11" at power forward, also center, 7'6" wingspan. He does have good dribble SIGs as well. I like Boogie in that high B tier category. Dark Matter Kareem, I feel like for a center card is better than Boogie, better than Dwight Howard. I think he's a little bit better than DeAndre Ayton. His defense and his rebounding is still insanely overpowered. I feel like this card just plays extremely well in game. His jump shot maybe isn't as good as DeAndre Ayton's, but it's still a fine release. And that card is just an absolute beast on the defensive end. His offensive rebounding animations are really, really good. And yeah, Kareem just plays, I would say, better than you would expect at the center position. Talking about Invincible Wemby, I mean, you guys know where this card's going. In my opinion, he's still the best center card in this game. He's still the best card in this game. He's 7'4", 7'8" wingspan. I mean, just a ridiculous card. Genuinely ridiculous. His SIGs are perfect. His jump shot's really good. Pro 2 fade. It's Victor Wembanyama. He's going in the S tier category. Dark Matter D-Rob I like in B tier. I still feel like he's a good center option, but his jump shot's not great. His other stats are really good, like the speed is amazing on this card, the physicals are really good, the defense is great, and then obviously 7'1" is a good height for the center position. So I do think D-Rob is going to be in B tier. Patrick Ewing, not a great card, man. I mean, I know he's a 100 overall card. He's going to have way better stats than Vlade Divac and Ron Cycli, but man, is Patrick Ewing's jump shot really, really bad. I think Pau Gasol is probably also going to be in D tier. I feel like Eddie Curry is also going to be in D tier. Eddie Curry is not a bad budget center to run, but again, compared to the best centers in this game, he's going He's gonna have to be in that D tier category. Dark Matter Sar, I like in probably B. I feel like Sar's more of a power forward once again. There's not a lot of great centers in this game. I would say for the center position, the top end centers like Wemby, Kareem, Yao, Dikembe, right? Even Galaxy Opal Wemby. Like these are some of the top tier cards in this game, and they're very good center options. But once you get like B tier and below, you know, we're not talking about Artis Gilmores and Mark Edens and Galaxy Opal Wembys and Dark Matter Kareems. Once you get below those type of cards, it gets to a lot of power forwards like Brad Miller, you know, Alex Sarr, more of a power forward, Boogie, Dwight, Hakeem, Embiid. A lot of these cards are more power forwards because there's not too many great center cards in this game. So I'm hoping that my team starts dropping more centers in the game as we get into June and get into July. I feel like we definitely need a lot more variety at the center position. But talking about Drummond, again, I feel like I'm gonna have to go D tier. I feel like for Jack Sigma, gonna go in C tier. I would say he's probably also B. He's better than Hakeem. He's better than Embiid. Dark Matter Zach Edey, because of his size, I'm gonna go A tier for Zach Edey. Feel like him, Mark Eden on the same level. Another very tall center, 7'5" with a 7'10" wingspan. He's just an absolute giant at the center position. With an actually usable jump shot, it's a pretty good release. It also doesn't have like horrible speed, you know, horrible agility. He's actually not a bad defender and a really good interior one. 100 overall Wilt. Seems crazy to say, but I feel like he might be high A. He's a very good center option. He's 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan, one of the best defenders in this entire game. But I do think Wilt is going to be in high A tier. I like to keep the S tier category to only the top 5 cards of that position, so I am going to keep Wilt in A tier for now. Talking about Zubac, again, probably going to be in D tier. I feel like JaVale McGee is also going to be in D tier. Maybe he could be a step above because he's actually pretty good, but I think I'll throw Hassan Whiteside and maybe JaVale McGee into C tier. They're probably a little bit worse than Joel Embiid and Hakeem, but they're actually not that bad center cards, even though they're Galaxy Opals compared to Dark Matters with Embiid and Hakeem, and they're also taller. At least I think they're taller than Hakeem. Or no, Hakeem and Embiid I think are both 7 foot. They're about the same height. JaVale McGee might be 7'1". Dark Matter Rudy Gobert is pretty much just a slightly worse version of Dark Matter Reem, but I do think I'm going to keep Gobert in B tier. I feel like he's that step below Dark Matter Reem and all of the other, you know, best centers in the A tier category. Talking about Bargnani, he's a good power forward once again. Do I think he's that good of a center card? Probably not, but I'll go B tier for Bargnani. Steven Adams, not that great to be honest. He's a good budget card, but gonna go in D tier. I would say Roy Hibbert is C. Roy Hibbert's actually a really good center card, 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan, really good defender, amazing player model. I'm gonna go Manute Bol in D tier because of the speed. Even though he's got the size, his speed and his jump shot is just really not there for this time of the year. Walker Kessler, I'll go probably C tier. Galaxy Opal Rudy Gobert, I'll go probably C tier. Maybe like D tier. I'll probably go D tier for Rudy Gobert. And then 100 overall Kristaps to end off the list. I do feel like it's going to be at least in the A tier category. So let me know what you guys think about my center card tier list. Again, I like to keep the S tier to only the top 5 centers in this game. Now, I think Shaq is more of a power forward. I would personally run Yao, Dikembe, Kareem, and Wemby at center. Maybe Dikembe at power forward. But I do think, you know, Wilt could potentially be an S. I think you could maybe go for a Mark Eden. I think you could maybe go for a Kristaps or a Shaq, right? Obviously in the S tier category. But again, I like to keep that position to only the top 5 cards. I like to keep that tier to only the top 5 cards at that position. But let me know what you guys think about my tier list. Again, I think the variety of centers have to be a lot better in this game. Once we get below B tier, I mean, these cards are just realistically not all that amazing as budget options. But let me know what you guys think about my center card tier list and what you guys would change. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.